Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of NASCARFemale.com's live webcast, The Burnout, featuring myself, Kimberly Grace Bowman, the official reporter for the number 24 State Delegate, and my wonderful co-host, Emily Luther, or number 21, Brian Blaney. And let me back away here. Cut the head out there. There we go. All right, so we have several interesting stories to catch up on, recap this past week's race, things to talk about for sure. Let's just start out with this past Sunday's race. Kyle Larson won in a race that I felt was rather boring.
Yes, okay.
So do we want to start there? um, don't happen to read any comments, social media. The comments from fans were ridiculously debasing. No one was particularly a fan of the race Sunday, it sounds like.
I think the last part was interesting, like the last few laps, but like the
Yeah, because
majority of the race, it really felt like it was just single file racing for a lot of it.
yeah, I was on my computer with my headphones on while watching it pretty much the whole time because I couldn't just sit through that. That's just, anyway. I hope it gets better. I think the stage racing is starting. I'm starting to lean on that side of the fence where I don't know if it's good or not. Around about it, but I don't know. This Sunday, the very reason I was giving stage racing a chance proved that points as stages are supposed to maybe shake things up some. Well, that didn't happen Sunday, so I don't know.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I I had high hopes for this staging racing just because somebody could perform really well the entire race and then blow a tire with 50 laps to go and screw themselves over. So I have high hopes for when the chase comes itself to see how the point system plays out because there's been people running in the top 10 that we normally don't see. There's been like during the middle of the race. So they're still gaining more points than they would or how the point system used to be. So right now it might not, be that interesting and be making that much of a impact on it. However, come time for the chase in October, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
It'll be interesting with this April's short track swing.
Yeah.
Stages will play out because I mean, in
Hence
Martinsville,
Martinsville this weekend for sure. It'll be interesting. Martinsville's NASCAR's shortest track, so it'll be interesting to see what happens because Martinsville normally runs one of two ways, and it'll be a different situation when this could be, Martinsville finally runs in a third different way, just because of how the staging is.
I mean, I used to kind of not like Martinsville, but after what I saw this Sunday, I'm kind of looking forward to it. It'll be
Yeah.
exciting, a little more exciting
I'm
than
just ready for Bristol at this point. Like, can we just get there?
yeah. Now that leads me to another point. They're doing like 3 short track races in April.
Uh-huh.
For some reason my mind is just not remembering what they did last year. But is it really wise to have like some just bunch up the short track races in one instead of spreading them out? Or what do you think?
I don't think so personally. I think they probably should have spaced it out a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
However, what weekend's Talladega this year?
May, early May, first week of May, I think. I'm pretty sure about that. That's what it
Yeah,
has been. I don't know what it is this year.
it's May 7th. So you
I
would
remember
think
that
that
because
they would have, somehow organized, I guess, the schedule a little bit better so that you had, you know, maybe a short track race or two, and then through Talladega in there, and then have the other short track races. It's very weird.
Exactly, but guess what? There's people making those decisions who really don't know anything about the sport.
Yep, pretty much. Yep. Isn't
So
that how it
when you
normally goes,
expect
though?
what you expect from a pig but a grunt. Or just don't ignore me. Um, so that being said, on to other news that was interesting this week. Um, we have. I'm getting the article here.
So that hit with Kenseth, they announced it, I think, today. NASCAR is actually no, when the 27th, so 3 days ago, they announced it. They're actually going to look into the wall that Kenseth hit because they think he did like severe damage to it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was a really hard hit. He had his breath knocked out of him. Yes,
They
glad
also,
that was all. That was paper barrier, right?
yeah, so it says, the article says Kenseth hit a portion of the wall that was angled toward the track. Safety equipment was stationed behind that wall, but NASCAR wants to look into it to see if the wall is still good and to see if they can alter the angle of that inside wall.
Why exactly?
Because if they alter the angle, maybe like he won't hit it as hard next time, is what they're thinking. Because he was, I guess there were a lot of issues after that wreck.
Do they not realize that physics here, no matter what angle the wall's at, the car could still hit it as hard?
Well, the problem is the way that they angled that, they thought that no car would ever hit it. And so, according to this
That
article,
was stupid.
it says, we've done that numerous. It says one of the things he pointed out was the angle of the wall. It's positioned that way for the safety equipment, but are there tweaks we can make? We've done that numerous times in terms of you see a crash that you never thought would happen, and it kind of opens some eyes, and you say, okay, is there a better way to potentially angle this wall? That was in an article on J Scheme, so I think it's interesting that they're actually listening to the drivers when it comes to the wall. They could come up with something that works very well
I
compared to
mean,
what it
I
is
like
now.
physics. I'm trying to understand that.
Huh?
I mean, I guess I'm trying to wrap around. Okay, no matter what angle the wall is, I mean, the speed and velocity of the vehicle will still hit the wall hard.
Yeah, but how much of the wall does it actually hit is what they're getting at.
Okay. That's kind of left up to chance, though, isn't it?
To a point, yes, but NASCAR loves to mess with things,
I
so
mean,
if there's a way for
like
them
they're
to
NASCAR.
manipulate
You
it.
can't control everything.
Oh, they'll try as much as they can.
Next thing you know, they'll be bugging the cars. Wait, they may be already doing that. Just kidding. Number 19, crew chief. Personal leave from team.
Indefinite.
Indefinite. So, what you think?
I thought it was interesting. I forget who they're bringing in to work with Suarez. But I thought it was interesting because at the beginning of the season, they said Dave Rogers was going to stay on because he's worked with Suarez before, and it was a really good pairing. And I think it's just weird that all of a sudden
Right,
now he's like, "Well, I'm going to leave." Like that
right.
wasn't supposed to. That's not what Gibbs's intention was.
Yeah. And they're very smart, so I don't think they just think, well, we'll try to make it work. I don't. I'm just got so many questions about that because you said I actually didn't know the part about him working with Suarez before, so that brings up a whole other crop of questions for me because I'm like, before it seemed to work. So if it's not about them not getting along per se, I mean, what's going on?
I don't know. Like it just seems like there's something
You guys
going
have
on with
been
the 19
around for
team
so
that
long.
it there's got to be something going on with the 19 team that's just like nobody knows what's going on.
Or NASCAR in general, and they're just unfortunately.
That could be a good point too. It's just weird that it came from both team or from the same team. It'd be one thing if it was Carl Edwards and Paul Wolfe. Like it would be different. But
Right.
it's weird that it's coming from the same team, which makes me think it's something in-house with Gibbs.
Mm-hmm. And with Kyle Busch's recent outburst, and I swear that it had more to do with just Joey Logano. I mean, I just something's bothering him, Just,
Fair
you know.
enough. Although I feel like, no offense to all you 22 fans out there, I don't mind Joey. Trust me. If he's leading and Ryan's out and Junior's out, normally I root for Joey just because he is Ryan's teammate. However, it's almost to the point where it's like, I kind of figured it was coming from one of the drivers with how reckless he's been the past few years. To be quite honest, though, I was really happy it was Kyle because I enjoyed that whole thing.
Yeah, Logano definitely needed him taken down a few tiers.
Yeah, somebody needs to remove him from his pedestal because he thinks he's the
I'm
best.
not saying someone should just run him over, so to speak. Excuse the
No,
pun.
I'm not
But
either, but at the same time,
uh,
you need to respect other people when you do the things you do.
yeah, it's not like he hasn't done a few things to deserve a few punches along the way. He has
Clint Boyer,
invited.
Kenseth,
I
Kyle
mean,
Busch.
what do you expect when you the whole golden rule thing here?
Yeah. Which I'm
So
not saying like you shouldn't fight for your spot on the chart. I'm not saying you shouldn't race hard. I'm not saying boys
right.
shouldn't have at it. However, there's a fine line between, it's just racing and intentionally wrecking someone. And I'm not saying that that's what happened this past time, that he intentionally wrecked Kyle, because I really don't think that happened. I think he simply just got loose in that situation after watching the replay multiple times from multiple angles. I think he just got loose. I think it was honestly hard racing this time. However,
Mm-hmm.
it's been a situation where he doesn't care. He hasn't cared in the past. He's gotten so worked up. He's wrecked somebody, whether he wants to admit it was intentional or not. And all of those actions are going to have an effect on someone, and it happened to be Kyle.
Team Penske's appealing the Phoenix penalties.
And Rodney Childers is out at Martinsville, apparently.
Right. The number 6.
4.
Well, Xfinity number 6. Crew
Yeah.
chief fine. There's the lug nut Xfinity.
I think it's interesting that Penske decided 2 weeks later, or a week later, that they were going to. Well, no, almost 2 weeks later. I think it's interesting that they finally decided that they're going to appeal that.
Okay, what exactly happens when they appeal it?
I think it goes to like the board, and they review like the videos and stuff that point to that, and like what the.
Who's on the board?
That's the magic question. The magic question too is,
I'm in one of those moods like, who are they?
the post race inspections really bother me because your car's gonna have wear and tear on it. So like if it's something that is completely like, wow, yeah, there's no way that it was just normal wear and tear, or there's no way that an accident made it this bad, that's one thing. However, really, come on. Like I just don't like the whole post-race inspection thing. Do we need to see someone cheating? Yes, we need to see that. However, how do you determine what is normal wear and tear? How do you determine what is illegal and what was caused by a wreck?
If someone, talking physics here, if someone is involved in a wreck or just racing, is it possible that a lug nut could loosen itself?
I'm going to ask the engineer. Let me confer with him real quick. Is it possible that a lug nut could just loosen itself because of a wreck?
It is technically possible. It's unlikely, though.
It's unlikely. It's technically possible, though, according to Mr. Engineer.
That was a yes and a no.
What?
Sounds like a yes and a no.
Yeah, it really was a yes and a no. That didn't help the question. That's
Well,
the only thing.
that just brings up a whole other plate of questions because it's like if it's possible and it's not possible and we really don't know, how can they put such a firm penalty or such a firm rule in place of something that, like I said, may be up to chance? Not really sure if it's on
Well, what's
purpose or
weird
not.
about the whole lug nut situation on top of it is some one whatever it's called, whatever, one wrench could tighten it tighter than another wrench could. So depending on the person who's doing it.
Right. And this level of tight, level definition of tight are they going on?
Yeah. Like, is it only 330 seconds of a piece of tread is like showing? I don't
Right.
understand.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like,
Are you out there with like your thank you, your micrometer and trying to measure? I doubt it. I doubt if the NASCAR cares that much.
right. Anywho, what else happened this week?
Tony Stewart has asked, this does not have to do with Martinsville, but I thought it was very interesting. Tony Stewart has asked that many of the claims be dismissed in the wrongful death lawsuit. Which, you know what? Good for Tony, because this whole ordeal is just dramatic and unnecessary. And I really feel like they're just trying to get money out of this whole thing at this point. Your son was high as a kite. He knew he shouldn't have been out on the track. He shouldn't have grabbed onto the vehicle. I'm not saying he should have been killed. However, there were a lot of his own actions that caused it to lead to that point.
Exactly. And it's almost old news at this point. Almost his life. Good night. It's like
Like,
every day you have to wake up thinking about this.
yeah, and that's not fair to him. I mean, I don't think Tony is the type of person to go out and murder somebody because they make him that angry out on the track.
Tempers flare, but I mean,
Like,
stuff
how many
happens.
times do his parents have to see the video that it shows their son grabbing onto that car? Or how many times do they have to have that drug test, that autopsy report thrown in their face, acknowledging the fact that he was higher than a kite?
Mm-hmm.
Don't get behind the wheel of a car if you're high. Just don't.
Always looks for someone to blame.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when all you see is dollar signs and reputation. And that's exactly
Mm-hmm.
what this whole thing is.
It's sad though, because I mean, they're making themselves look bad. I mean, when they could just, do this instead of making it look. I want to see them kind of.
I'm reading the
I don't want to
article.
tell them what they should do because I'm not in their place. But you know what I mean. It's like something to make the whole racing
I'm reading
industry.
the report right now, and his parents are trying to say that Tony screwed up because he was trying to intimidate Kevin for getting out of his car. He's just a sprint car driver. Tony doesn't care that much. It's not like it's the big leagues. Like, chill out. It
Sad.
angers me so much. Like, I've talked to Nicole about that. Nicole is like traumatized by this, and I've talked to her about it multiple times just because she's such like a big Smoke fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I've talked to other Tony Stewart fans, and they're just like, they never imagined it would drag on this long.
Right. Yeah. How long has it been? What, 2 years
It's
or?
been it'll be 2 years this summer.
Tony, he was cleared of all charges, right? He wasn't charged with anything. Taken to
What? It
court
was 2 years
for.
ago. No, no, it was 2015. I think it's interesting too. So I don't know if you saw what oh no, you're right, it was 2014, my bad. So it was 3 years ago. So
Yeah.
what he asked was the claims of negligence, wrongful death, and terror, pain, and suffering prior to death to be dismissed.
Oh, terror, pain, and suffering prior to death.
Yeah, it says the
Okay.
motion is based on waivers Warren signed to compete in the event, and that his actions, combined with the fact he had marijuana in his system, prove he had no fear and suffered no pain prior to death.
Okay. This got deep.
Like, at this point, I literally would have just been like, just look at the toxicology report. You can't say that he wasn't negligent, because he was.
How has a judge not just dismissed the case?
Because it got dismissed the first time and they brought it back.
Okay. Forgot that little
They
bit.
got another judge to oversee it. Which is a bunch of horse pucky, if you ask me.
Sorry.
I'm not allowed to swear. I have to come up with other words, okay?
I know. Hey, I'm from the South. I know what you're talking about.
Can we just be proud of me? I didn't swear. I said horse pucky. Wasn't the greatest option, but whatever. It's fine.
I hear we say horse hockey.
No, I said horse pucky.
Hockey is what we say.
I also think it's interesting. The other news that came out of NASCAR this week was that Kimberly's done. She's like, I'm over this. I'm done. I think it's interesting that Atlanta is deciding not to repave. They're delaying it again. Can I just state my annoyance at this? Okay, that stupid track. Okay, I get it. The drivers are all thrilled. Like, Ryan was on, I forget which radio show he was on this week, but he was like, I'm really happy that they're not doing it. Ryan, for the first time in my life, I'm disagreeing with your decision to say that. Because that race was so annoying. It was just single file the entire time. People were left the entire time. I think literally like 18 cars finished on the lead lap. Why do we want to keep that the same? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, part of me likes keeping a little bit of its own.
No, and I get that. However, either we change the tire package, which should we trust Goodyear, or we let the track try and resolve the issue.
Is there a reason? I'm not against Goodyear. I'm just like, how have they been the only one for forever?
I don't know. I don't understand. Firestone
I mean,
had it figured out before Indy. Why haven't we gone to them?
Who?
It angers me.
I mean, it's just like, it's not that I'm against it, but it's like, politician in office for 50 years.
Wait, so now they're not even looking at it until after the 2018 season.
Right, after 2018.
I thought they were just delaying it until like the end of the 2017. I can't. I'm annoyed. I'm even more annoyed now with that situation.
Oh, I mean, give me a chance. Maybe I'm
okay, but look how long we waited to pave at Kentucky. Look how long. Like, for God's sake, there were little bumps right by the start-finish line. You could literally see the cars hop every time they went over it.
That's a character. That kind of excited me.
Which is fine, but when it starts messing with them, yeah, that's a problem.
It's like, and it makes me nervous when I watch them race, and at the same time, as much as I hate it, I love it.
Yeah, no, and I agree. And the driver said that, like, we were at Kentucky last year for NASCAR Female, and there still were bumps. Like, it just wasn't as defined as before.
I don't know. I mean, there are good things about repaving and bad things about repaving. So. Well, we're headed to Martinsville this weekend. Stage lengths will be Stage 1 ends at lap 130. Stage 2, lap 260. And will end at 500 laps. And I still don't know how this stage race is going to work at a short track. But the stage racing craft up for a longer track. Well, I thought it would make that more exciting. So, who knows? Maybe it'll work for a short track. I have no idea. But
well, Kyle Busch was our April winner, and Jimmy Johnson was our October winner. So it'll be interesting to see. Logano was the pole winner in April, and Truex Jr. was the pole winner in October. Martinsville is one of my favorite tracks, so I'm actually pretty excited for it.
Yeah,
also because of the fact that like Bristol is close now, and so is Talladega. So like I'm really excited.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like I told you, I used to dot like Martinsville because it was like just start and stop. But my negativity has quickly waned as these other tracks have kind of gotten boring. So I'm
Well,
gonna.
that's good. I do agree with you, though. It'll be interesting to see how this whole staging thing plays out on the short tracks because if you think about it, the front stretch and the back stretch are only like 800 feet or something like that.
I'm like, you got a track where you have the potential to have lots of cautions, possibly.
Uh-huh.
Like the stage, shoot, that would be just like like a caution added to the list. The way things tend to go at short track.
I predict the Danica Rex.
It's probably not the only one.
And it's nothing against her. She's not really good at short tracks.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny because so in Ryan's interview, they were talking about, who are they talking about? I forget who it was, but they were like, every time you do well, somebody's up there. Oh, it was Jamie McMurray. And like Ryan was overheard on the radio, like saying like every time he gets nervous every time Jamie's around because every time Ryan does decently well, Jamie's around. And it just made me
Yeah, Shane's gonna say that about Larson.
yeah, it made me laugh because we've talked about that with Chase and Larson, and we've talked about that with Danica.
It would just be like hilarious seeing Danica and Stenhouse like wreck each other out.
Well, if you think about it too, Stenhouse has been in that same situation too, with the whole being in the like wrong place at the wrong time and people being nervous about him being around their drivers.
Mm-hmm. He's doing better at the same time.
Yeah.
One of those little ground drivers. Well, Chase still needs to victory lane soon. I'm gonna spit. This almost winning and then finishing mid pack has got to stop.
I think Martinsville could be his first win, honestly.
I mean, considering the shoes he stepped into, that would be cool. That would be so cool for Martinsville to be his win.
Well, he's good at short track, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if his first win finally came this weekend. Although my pick for this weekend is the 21. Sorry.
I'll go and say it. Chase is my pick for this week.
21 is my pick.
In honor of the 24 and the Martinsville legacy.
Not because he's a driver or anything.
No.
It's fine because I'm picking the 21 because Ryan's good at short tracks. AKA Bristol's coming too. I don't know. I think we need to watch the 22 car this weekend too. He's hungry. Why? He's really hungry.
Yeah, about that. Alright, so let's see. Make sure we covered all our bases. Did we cover all the penalties? I know we talked about. I don't think there was many besides the.
They were mostly during like the race for speeding on pit road.
Right. Yeah, but I think
Larson get a speeding penalty?
I am not sure.
I swear he did. I swear he did.
I'm not seeing anything. That doesn't mean anything happened. Well, I have a lot of hope for the short tracks. I mean, like I said, I wish they wasn't bunching them up all together at once and kind of. That would have been good to kind of put maybe. I know they're doing the West Coast swing and now they're coming back to the short track, so I get the pattern, but it still stinks. Because I know it's hard for the racers, to go from one side of the country to the other, then to the other side, to the other side. So doing kind of this West Coast thing and then kind of migrating back.
Yeah.
It makes sense. And, because all these short tracks are pretty much close together. Pretty
Yeah.
much at Bristol.
In
Richmond.
case you were wondering, Bristol is April 23rd. Just in case you were wondering. I'm not counting down
What?
or anything. Bristol is April 23rd. I'm really glad it's not that weekend and the following weekend because I'm going to miss the race the following weekend because somebody's finally graduating from college. And it's not me. Been there, done that.
Are you going to Bristol?
Huh?
Go
What'd you
ahead.
say? No,
Are
what'd
you
you say?
going to Bristol?
It like where?
Are you going to Bristol?
Oh, as of now, not for April. I would love to go for August because that's the night race. I'm trying.
Yeah,
But I have
that'd
a
be
wedding to plan, so that and pay for, so that kind of makes things a little bit more difficult.
Let's see. Where can you cut corners for the wedding?
Oh, I already did. I threw out the real flowers. We're having fake flowers.
Oh, good for you.
Threw that out real fast.
Very.
Not paying $300 for a veil either. That can go out the window as well.
Dang. And jeans and cowboy boots.
I tried. He said no.
It's a special day. You should at least wear something special. I suppose.
Wait a minute. I really hope Bristol's on that weekend.
Now your question. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I think it's the 15th and 16th. Well, the wedding's next year, so we really don't have to. As long as we can go this year, it'll be fine. Yeah, it's the 16th. We're fine.
Cute. All right. Have we covered all our bases?
I think so.
I did not say that. I did not say that. That's a whole nother subject. They have changed their language in the NASCAR community. Ball game of some sort. Playoff. The game. Not the race. They're saying the game more, not the race.
Yeah.
It is annoying.
It's not baseball.
I have nothing against ball sports whatsoever. Sport.
No, they drive cars.
Cars. It's a race. It's not playoffs. It's a chase.
Exactly.
Okay. Now we've hashed that. I mean, like, there's
No, I agree. It's very
not
annoying.
getting in NASCAR or something. I don't know. It's just saddening extremely.
It's very annoying. I agree with you.
Well, we've covered all our bases. We're past our 30 minutes. It's not that big of a deal. We're still good. Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight. We will be back here next Thursday, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, on the NASCAR Female YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Get notified of when we go live and this week. If you have any questions you'd like us to address, topics, let us know, and we will hash that out on an upcoming episode. Don't forget to go to the website, NASCARFemale.com. Check out all the wonderful articles that our ladies work so hard to write in support of their drivers. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and all that.
I will try to have an article up by this weekend.
I am behind to being sick 2 weeks ago and trying to get back in the swing of things. I'm behind myself, so hopefully I'll get maybe a month culmination article together sometime soon. We'll see. If he wins, that would be a nice way to cap off maybe a 2-month recap. So that would be a good moment to write an article.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight. We will see y'all next week. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Bye.